I had to relearn how to walk, talk, eat, swallow, brush my teeth, comb my hair. I was in a wheelchair for probably 3 or 4 weeks. I had to have a speech therapist, and of course, teaching me how to read and write.
I had a phone call after school. On the cell phone, it said that Melanie had called me. When I got the message, it wasn't Melanie. It was someone from Target saying that your wife had passed out, and we called the ambulance, and she is going to Conroe Regional. As they were walking me back to see Melanie, the nurse said, well, we're still trying to get her heart started right now. And I nearly passed out. I didn't know if I'd ever get to talk to her again, so I was telling her everything that I left her and all those things right then, because I didn't know if she was about to die, and neither did the doctors. A lot of people came up from the church after service that day and prayed with us. 3 or 4 people had told me stories about the doctor said there was no hope left, I was going to die, and then they were healed. And this anoxic brain injury, or lack of oxygen brain injury, is one of the hardest to overcome. It's different than a stroke where only part of your brain is injured, or a blunt trauma injury where only part of your brain is injured and the rest of your brain is still okay. Her entire brain was damaged. And after she got out of surgery, her mother and her father and I were walking with her bed as they were rolling it back to her ICU room. And I noticed that her eyes were tracking the lights on the ceiling. And as she was pushed across the threshold back into her room, her eyes suddenly lit up and her eyebrows raised, and she started looking around, and you could tell there was focus there, and you could tell she could see you. You could tell that, that Melanie was here. So I knew at that point that God had healed her brain and that she had brought her back to us. Monday, we transferred her to TIR, and the first few days at TIR, the only thing she could do was squeeze her right hand. She could not even open her right hand once you asked her to squeeze it. The only thing she could do is squeeze it. Her therapists were expecting to be working with someone almost in a vegetative state when she got there, and in the first few days. But this lady had worked there for 25 years, and she said in 25 years she's never seen somebody progress with that kind of injury, improve as fast as Melanie has. And of course we always, give God the glory because we know it is Him.
Everything is possible with God. There is a 4% survival rate with what happened to me. God is bigger than that. He is beyond and above what we even imagine Him as being. People to know how big of a miracle that He made. And it has nothing to do with me, but it's completely Him. And that's what I want them to know.